We're back with another episode, SEAL Team Recap. Before I get started, like the video because don't get enough likes on them videos. Subscribe to the channel and let's get into it. My man CJ out there, I know you're going to watch this one since you watched the rest of them and you know what we're going to talk about. Jason Hayes leaving Bravo. It's coming. Bravo's falling apart, man. Bravo is falling apart. We just had like big bombs drop, man. Just big bombs this episode. You know, kick it off with everything looking kind of happy-go-lucky. Ash is recovering from his therapy. Is working. They're happy. Clay's happy. Everyone's happy. Ray feels like he's going to do some good. You know, Sonny's having a good time. Jason's out there with Mandy, freaking, you know, having a good time, a real good time. And then everything fell apart. And I feel like that's a good example of how their lives could immediately change in the real world. They just get spun up, called out. But Jason catching some heat for this picture on the train when he had no mask on, you know, and pulling his family in there. And it was such an important part of his character, I think, to send him up and deal with his father like that. I think it was real important for the character development of him and important to show how they're going to probably maybe pull him back away from Bravo, from team leader. We saw his mental state just take some serious hits on this episode. You know, he can't remember stuff. He's having a hard time. The headaches, the confusion, you know, all of this is progressing a lot in the series. I don't know if it would progress that much in real life, but it's definitely progressing in the show where we see it. And Clay wanted to confront him and just realizing it's just not a good time. I think once Clay drops that bomb, it's game over for Jason. He's going to have to step back. And maybe they do another little sabbatical thing and bring him back in afterwards. But then we saw Trent say he's got to go. And I think that's the door for Jason, right? Jason's got all of these thoughts inside of him. He's getting torn apart inside emotionally and mentally. And Trent's like, hey man, look, my head's good, but the rest of me is busted up. I got to go. I could be gone a month, a year. I don't know, but I got to fix this. And I think that's the door, them unlocking the door so that Hayes can go, I need to take a break. Then we saw the op get spun up and three of them go out there, you know, Sonny, Clay, Ray, and the op goes just bad, right? The op just goes sideways. And we see again, my main man, Clay, come through the crutches, pull the guys out of the shitstorm that they were in and save the day. You know, I mean, that op was wiry. And the guys pull it out, and it was just another little hint that they might give Clay a little bump in the rankings. Maybe Bravo 6 turned Bravo 1. I see it coming. Even though Ray was in charge of the op because he's Bravo 2, I still think they're going to push for Clay. And then we see, and this is where it got all twisty turvy. They come back and Clay feels really bad about missing time, you know, back at home with the kid and just missing doctor's appointments and feeling like he's going to be a bad dad and feeling like he's just letting his family down by being an operator and how it can all just go south. You've got to feel that way, man. You're outside, you're out there getting shot at. People are trying to kill you regularly and you might not make it. And you're like, man, I should be home with my family. So he comes back and he says that he's gonna, you know, once the baby's here, he's gonna take a step away from operating. He didn't say forever, but he said he was gonna take like a leave of absence from operating. And that was great. And then we start to see her have complications with the baby. Her water breaks. She's like 20, I think she said 24 weeks. So that's real early, you know, to be having a baby. So, you know, if Clay loses the baby, that's gonna be, I don't know, man. I feel like that's too much. I feel like that's just a little too much over the line for me. When they took out Jason's ex-wife, Alana, that was hard, man. Hard for a character to come back from that and how that would. I don't want to see that happen to Clay. I want Clay to live a happy-go-lucky life. I want Sonny to live a happy ending. Ray, happy ending. And Jason, you know, we've seen Jason. Jason's never going to get a happy ending. Jason's going to get like glimpses of happiness, but he's going to hold his life against him. So I hope that works out. We'll see where it goes. That was a wild episode. It was full of drama. And then ending with Ray and his wife talking about doing something for the vets. I see that being a positive thing. And honestly, I think that show would be a great positive message for real life. Like real life. Help people out. You know, how Ray's like, oh, we can give the money to charity, but it's not really going to help these people. Like Ray wants to help these people right here. Let's start here. Let's make an impact on somebody. And so I appreciate that, because that's how I feel a lot of times too. Like I want to help people, but I don't want to, don't give your money to some charity that's going to throw a banquet to raise money to throw another banquet to help a couple people. I want to see you go help somebody, make a difference in someone's life, build them up, let them make a difference in someone else's life. You know, that's how we pay it forward. We don't pay it forward by giving it to charities. We pay it forward by being charitable toward other people. You know, if you walk down your street and you see people homeless or hurting or suffering, don't go home and go on the internet and donate money to some charity. You want to help them? Go help them. Go find somebody that needs help and help them. And when they get on their feet, they'll do the same. They'll find someone and help them. If you keep giving it to charities, that's my opinion. But this episode was great, man. It wasn't super action-packed, and that's okay, because it's important. And like I said, I love to see the back home story develop more. So I appreciated that. I did. And then, you know, even as we look at this picture behind me, you know, these are the folks right here. That's the characters. Lisa didn't have a prominent role in this one. I feel like they need to. I like to see a little more Lisa, because she was so active in the show before. And more Blackburn. Where's Blackburn at? Come on, man. Miss Blackburn. He was fun. So I look forward to next week. You know, we'll see how this plays out. And, you know, kudos to David Boreanaz for playing this character and doing just an amazing job at this role. I mean, this episode was definitely, you know, I felt his pain. I felt his gut wrenching, his anger. I felt his anger with his dad, the anger he has with himself, and ending it with him crying when Mandy left. I just wanted him to be like, I need you to stay here. But he didn't. He let her go. I felt that. So I look forward to next week, man. I hope you guys join me next week for a recap on SEAL Team as well. Till then, check out the merch in the link below. Load you up on some gear for Christmas, some holiday t-shirts. I'm actually going to be putting out some dog bandanas. It sounds funny, but look, man, people like them. My dog's got one on. We're going to make some cool bandanas. So check out my Etsy link below, and I'll see you guys later.